Howdy, guys. I love Tuesdays. It is time for Stall Talk. Man, these things just keep adding up. We are at episode number 27, and this week is going to be another fire topic. On fire. Last week, we talked about how do you go fast? Like you want to go fast, but every cell in your body is saying, safety up, slow down. This week, we're going to talk about how to harness our inner Ricky Bobby that only wants to go fast. And, you know, Ricky Bobby's motto, I love that movie, by the way, Talladega Nights, was if you ain't first, you're last. Well, I think sometimes we need a little extra ambition and something to pump us up and motivate us. But for those of us who have an abundance of motivation, how do we temper that? Especially for the sake of our horse. When our horse is either not ready, so not mature enough to handle all of the gears, or we need to go back and repair some things. Maybe we need to work on the transmission. We need to reprogram some things. Like there's a short in the wiring system. I'm trying to relate horses to cars right now. If you're like me, you've driven a few older vehicles in your life, and sometimes, you know, things don't fire on all cylinders. And sometimes it can feel like that way with our horses. So if you're watching right now live, welcome. This is Stall Talk. We've been doing this every Tuesday. We are sponsored by Merhow Trailers. And if you would like, today, during this live, Merhow Trailers will give away 5 entry fees. So 5 free entry fees to this weekend's clinic. It's a hybrid clinic. What does that mean? That means that a very small group of riders will get to ride in person. Everyone else can watch and learn from the convenience of your device. So whether you're at a rodeo, you're at home, you're in the barn, you're riding on the trail, take your phone with you so you can join this weekend's clinic. It is specific to moody mares, and our clinician is James Davison. He is an expert equine behavior specialist. So you have a chance to win a free entry fee right now. So right now, what you need to do is download the Stall High app. There it is, Stall High. Inside the Stall High app is a free link to join the Zoom. I want to see you on the Zoom, and you must comment why your mare would benefit from this clinic. Why do you want to attend? Why do you want Merhow Trailers to sponsor you this weekend and give you a free entry fee to Moody Mare Makeover? That is a virtual clinic. It's happening this weekend. So go do that right now if you want a chance to win a free entry fee. And thank you, Merhow Trailers. Let's get going. All right. So my co-coaches today, Michael Richardson, he's already here. Michael, star of the TV show Gift of the Horse. Man, I'm learning so much from you this year. So thank you for being here once again.
Thank you.
And Leanna Ray. I've been saying she was a behavioral neuroscientist, but she comes from relational neuroscience. So I'm also learning a tremendous amount from Leanna. She may or may not be with us yet.
I'm here.
Oh, good morning, sunshine.
Good morning, sunshine.
Hello, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
As always.
So do you.
Well,
Love
thank
you.
you.
Yes.
So you're definitely bringing us all up. Like the entire industry has an opportunity to learn from you. And I'm so thankful that you and Michael are here. It's just fascinating. You blow our mind every week.
Well, same, just like everyone else, and hearing everyone else's experiences. Again, I'll reiterate, that's why communities such as Stall High are so essential to all of our growth. Every single one of us having these community conversations. We all help each other grow.
I was listening to a little YouTube this morning, and he talked about lifelong learning.
Yes.
That's the key to the future. You want to succeed? Decide right now you will be a lifetime learner.
Yes.
I love that. I haven't always been that way. I wasn't like fostered that way. Like I really wasn't brought up in a family that valued learning like that. We didn't applaud and encourage each other to keep learning. So that's something that I've had to learn to appreciate as I'm getting older.
You know, that cultivating that, there's a phrase, it's to, you know, be confident in your expertise and in the skills that you have fostered and developed, but always leaving space for what they call a beginner's mindset. so that you can see with fresh eyes, so that you can be open enough, but yet also being confident and grounded in what you do know. So you can have the expertise that's living in you, but also the beginner's mindset as well. Those can be both and.
Happy and successful balance.
Yes.
Martin Patella, a founder of Life Enthusiast, he may join us. We enjoy picking his brain as well. Our student this week is Jordan Jen. So I love this kid. I love this rider. I love that she is passionate and committed to learn. And Jordan, I want you to just tell us a really quick backstory. Where do you go to school? What problem were you having with your horse that made you seek Stall High?
I go to school at South Dakota State University in Brookings, South Dakota. I'm on the college rodeo team here, and our college rodeo is in approximately 3 days on Friday here. And my horse, for a while, I had a lot of problems with him hitting barrels, especially my second barrel. That was just, I could not figure out how to get him past it. And I could get him, like, for a while, I could get him by it, and I just didn't really know how to fix it. So I just kind of like let it go because I didn't know what to do. And so then I was like, well, it's working enough of the time right now that I just am going to let it go, because I didn't know. I've never had a horse that hits barrels, but I never had a horse that I got that was like as finished as this horse was when I got him. So I could mold my own horses before that. Now this horse like already had his own way of doing things, and I had to like try and learn that. So I did well on him, and then I started struggling, and then we went to different clinicians and did like different trainers that helped me, and everyone's solution was just always to tie him down more and tie him down more and tie him down more, like bring his head down more and like get him more bound up, because he's really big and really strong and really fast, and I'm not very big or strong. And so you can obviously, he's a horse anyway, so you can easily overpower me, but he's even more so like that. And we finally, I don't know how, like someone told me to put the Lagnat bit in him without like telling me, like without like telling me like you should talk to Kendra, but they just had me to put the bit in him. So I ordered the bit, and then she reached out to me because I ordered the bit, and like I started talking to you about it, and I started telling my dad about the way that you train and stuff, and he doesn't like tying him down. Like he would prefer, the only horses we run tie downs on are rope horses and stuff, so I have a little bit of something to brace on. He does not want to run a tie down on my barrel horse. He doesn't like that stuff. He's whatever. And so I started talking to him, and he's not one to like hammer on him too hard like anything either, and I don't like that either. And then finally we started talking to you more and more, and it started to actually like help my horse. So then we got pretty much as much involved as we could here.
Okay, so let's help our viewers understand this horse for a minute. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being NFR level, speed and power, okay? I'm going to classify this horse at his potential, from what I see, especially from what you sent me over the weekend, 8.5. Like he is high. He is up there. He is fast. He's got a lot of muscle, and I believe he really wants to please you. Like he's trying his best. I can just see it. I just know it about him. Even though y'all are not on the same page right now, it's our job to help you get there. And I'm so proud of you for investing in yourself rather than going out there and going through all these random products and devices. You're investing in wisdom. And so I'm super proud of you for doing that and being open and willing to learn, even though sometimes that's hard to do because it challenges us, you know?
Yeah.
So where would you, compared to your other horses, if I rate him an 8.5, where would the other horses rate? Like he was a big step up for you, right?
Yeah. So I had a couple, like my dad, when I was in high school or whatever, we bought some cheaper horses. So I had a nice horse that he was probably like a 5 or 6. Like I placed high school rodeos and stuff on him a bunch, and he got to college and he was usually like top 20, top 30 or so out of like the 100 girls or whatever, but I wasn't making short rounds on him or anything. So we went out and bought a different horse, and that horse has the potential. He had the potential to be like probably a 7.5 to an 8, like not quite as big of a step up, because he was a little late, like started a little later on the barrels and stuff. He was a team roping horse, and they started him on the barrels. He's really big. He's pretty, like, he's fast, but he just doesn't have like the grit as much as my gray does. And so he was going to be like, I could have like made short rounds at college rodeos and stuff on him, and maybe even made the CNFR on that bay horse, but then he got hurt. And at that, like, kind of like right before he got hurt, we traded that little high school horse that I had for this gray, just because a little girl had my gray, and she couldn't handle him because sometimes I can barely handle him almost. And so she couldn't handle him. And the lady who helped us buy both the other two horses, like, well, this girl, they have this horse and they can't afford to buy your horse until they sell this gray. And this gray horse might be a little bit better than the horse that we sold. So even if we just turn around and resell him, we might make a little bit more money on him than we would have made on your done horse. And my dad and I wanted, like, that home is exactly where we wanted that other horse to go, because he taught me more than I could have ever asked him to teach me anyway, about like just everything. So we traded this gray, and the lady was riding him to sell him, and she called my dad one night and she's like, I think y'all need to come ride this horse here before we just turn and sell him, because this horse could be something. And a pretty big trainer that's trained some really, really nice, like, NFR horses, like horses that have been to the NFR and stuff, rode my gray one time at this clinic that we went to. And he told me, he said, this horse is a horse, like, if we put a right now, even if we put a jockey that can ride some of the tougher ones, like someone like Stevie Hillman, who can sneak him by stuff, and like a really good jockey, this horse will take her to the pay window at pro rodeos. So he has it. He's just.
So compared to your junior high, good old trusty horse, like, would you have classified that horse maybe at a 4 or a 5, and then you hop to an 8.5? That's a huge jump.
Yeah.
Huge jump. And he could be more than that. I don't know. What I see in just his speed, just when he took off that first barrel the other day, I'm like, hello, that's what I'm looking for. I believe he could easily place you at the pro level. Can he get you to the NFR? That's a very rare individual. So I'm not going to make that statement, right? He could. We don't know. But Michael, Leanna, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with an older gelding. Jordan's been on him for a year and a half. Is that right?
I've owned him for in July. I'll have had him for like almost 3 years.
Okay.
But between the other horses that I've had and stuff, I went through phases where I didn't ride him as much, because when I get in portions like, okay, we're in the second half of our college rodeo season, and I hit some barrels in the fall, so I'm not gonna make the CNFR, so I'm gonna run my younger horse and season him some, because I'm not gonna there's not enough points available for me to catch up to make the CNFR, so it's not worth it to waste runs on this horse when I have another horse that needs runs and stuff like that.
Okay, so tell me about this weekend. What progress did you notice, even if it was something tiny?
I really, really tried to like leave him alone, which I didn't do very well. I did not leave him alone very well, and I will out myself on that, because I want to grab him on the backside of the first barrel, but I didn't like pull on him to the first, which is what I did the last time I ran him. Like, I wanted to hold him down and not let him run to the first and keep him held down. And I really tried to like just let him run instead of picking with him and like trying to hold him down. She's still like, I picked my hands up in places I shouldn't have, but at least I wasn't like trying to keep him all bound up and tied down so he can't run.
Okay, so there's our progress. What was the biggest inner challenge for you? What was Ricky Bobby saying to you that you were like, oh, I got to get that out of my head?
My big problem is I want to help him on the backside of the barrels, and because he's coming into them, like, he comes into them really hard. Obviously he's fast, and so I want to help him, because I think that there's no way that he can come around the backside without me helping him. And if I need to help him, I like need to come and pick him up here, or like not pull straight back. And I want to pull straight back all the time on him and like slow him down. And he hates that. He absolutely hates when I pull on him straight back. Like, if I pull to my hip, he puts his nose right in the air and wants to just not go where I want him to go. But if I like move my hand here or anywhere that's not right here, basically, he will come around him. He's fine. Like on the second day on the backside of my first, I picked my hand up and he didn't fight me. And then I did the same thing. I pulled it back on the backside of my second barrel where it should have gone like this, and he fought against me. It's really hard for me to not do this motion on him all the time, because I just want him to slow down.
Okay. Now, I'm betting money. We have listeners right now, and we have listeners in the future who are like, oh, she is describing my horse to a T. If this is your horse that Jordan is describing, you need to comment right now. Let us know. And if you want help, do what Jordan did. Go to the Stall High app, look up online mentorship, online training, and come be a part of this community. Be a part of what's happening. We have an online mentor program. That's what brought us here today. Jordan, if it's okay with you, I'm going to share the screen so we can watch your videos from the weekend. Everybody say hi to Lori Roth, my sister-in-law and right-hand woman at Stall High. We can't do this without her.
Hi.
Right. Share my screen, make this bigger. And this is the same pen we were in a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Is that right?
No, this is a completely different pen.
Okay.
Just we're in a bunch of indoors right now and they all look the same.
Michael, Leanna, y'all have a visual on this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here's the run in real time, like real speed. Now I'm going to slow it down. Get ready to hit the pause button. This was, yeah, it's the same run. Jordan, sometimes when you're making progress and it doesn't come together, or when they clock slower, I think we have to battle that inner Ricky Bobby that says, you're supposed to be getting faster. Why is it slower? You know, why am I hitting barrels? If I'm making progress, why does it feel worse right now? So Michael, Leanna, here it is in slow motion. Think about what you want to ask Jordan. Me to go ahead and stop it. It helps us all become better horsemen and horsewomen. If you're interested in attending Moody Mare Makeover Clinic, you can attend in person. There's only one spot left, or you can watch from the convenience of home. Sign up right now at moodymaremakeover.com. And a special thank you to Merhow Trailers. Once you pull a Merhow, you won't pull